think what we'll really be talking about here is some of the organisational issues involved in risk management. So how do you structure risk? How do you collect and communicate risk information? How do you make sure that the message is understood by everyone in the organisation? And what do we really mean by terms like risk appetite and risk culture?
The most important aspect of risk management for me is about risk identification. If we fundamentally don't get the right things on the table in the first place to discuss and debate, we're wasting our time. If we don't have purpose and we're not clear on that purpose, we won't really have an imperative. And if we don't have an imperative, we will find it increasingly difficult to build a risk culture. If we don't fundamentally understand the risks that as a business we are prepared to take and understand and communicate those risks that we are not prepared to take, then how can we ask our people to improve their decision making on a day-to-day basis and improve our risk culture?
So in terms of adding value to the organisation, we engage closely with the senior sales leaders and not just the audit committee and the financial teams within Cisco to drive forward potential changes to the way in which we do business, which not only mitigate the risk, but align closely with the ongoing business strategies of the organisation to make sure that we're walking forward together in lockstep.
Culture is a huge bit of it. If you've got the right culture in your organisation that supports risk management, that's incredibly important. If you don't have that, you've got an uphill struggle. You need some early successes. You need to be able to point to the fact that you have flagged an issue that has then culminated and you are in a better place to manage that issue because of the fact that you've identified it early and you've got a plan.
I think that risk is a very positive thing. It's coupled with opportunity, and actually if you can persuade the right people within your organisation to take risks and to obviously take calculated risks, but to move on with changing your offer, changing your products, and perhaps from a supply chain basis, changing what you're buying and how much you're spending. And in fact maybe spending more in order to improve your product, then it gives you an opportunity to actually take what is fundamentally a risky situation and turn it into a golden opportunity for a business.
There is a real need for us all to rise to that challenge and think about more innovative ways to think about sources of risk information and how we assess the significance of that in our business. I think long gone are the days where the risk profile, a traffic light report and board sign-off are acceptable. They no longer cut the mustard, and we need to be doing more.